After you awaken your cheat ability, the first thing to do, it means handing yourself over to the state and request the state to report you. Just because you feel, a system called the Dimensional Gate Awakened can be randomly transported to another world, but every time it's turned on, all require one-time explosive charging. First-time travel. You are in 3 worlds. I chose the seemingly safest option, the Heaven Sword and Dragon Unexpectedly, the system directly allowed you to reach the or defeat Zhang Sanfeng head-on. You were completely stunned when you saw the task, even if Zhou Zhiru falls in love with you. More reliable than defeating Zhang Sanfeng. More importantly, the energy provided by your little bit of explosives. The portal can only last for half a day. Fortunately, you have the information advantage of they completely fooled Master Zhang. Before leaving, old Zhang transferred a surge of pure internal energy to a handwritten copy of the Wudang Juyong Palace. In addition, a few pills to strengthen the body. After realizing that your individual strength is too insignificant, you still resolutely reported this matter to the state. Not just for myself. More than anything, it's for the sake of our country and the nation. 1 month later, a middle-aged man with several top scientists walked in. Light Rain, we have reported your situation to the national authorities at each level. After testing, we found the cultivation manual you brought back. It is indeed theoretically credible, but you were put to a high explosives test. It's still too risky. Just as you and several others are arguing about this when not resting, sudden, an elderly man wearing a Zhongshan suit walked in. The visitor was one of the highest leaders of Rongguo, the sea stabilizing pillar, codenamed I know about what happened to you, young comrade. Your courage is linked to your patriotism. On behalf of the country, I express my gratitude. Facing this legendary figure, a sense of respect welled up within you. But you know, now is not the time for politeness. Mister, Long's time is precious. Time is the sole criterion for testing truth. Dragon Brain nodded. A resolute glint flashed in his eyes. Thunderous storms are about to begin again. Starry Sky test site at highest security. 1 hour later, you find yourself in the middle of a vast, empty, sandy area. He really just stood there. Target and position, Cloud Storm 10 ready. Countdown to 1987. The launch was accompanied by an extremely beautiful mushroom cloud, a layer of naked eye, almost imperceptible transparency. Your passport keeps you away. Energy absorption complete. Cloudstorm Fuji Warm Duck Egg stabilizes energy level by 100 points. The current portal can be maintained for 30 days. Please choose one of the following 3 worlds. Looking at the 3 options that popped up in my mind, a smirk involuntarily appeared at the corner of your mouth, a source of calamity. This is great. The Matrix has a high level of technological sophistication, but the risks are also very high. As for the last one, what the heck is SpongeBob SquarePants? Go catch jellyfish or go to Chibao. Xiaoyu reported your situation back then. Are you still alive? Living well? Unprecedentedly good. Dragon, Elder, Thunder, everyone. The doors can be opened now. There are 3 world options this time. The first one is called the Source of Disaster. 6 hours later, you appear in the strategic conference room deep underground. So this is the current situation. The energy of the cloud storm was exchanged for 100 points. This allows the portal to open and remain open for 30 days. After a heated discussion, you ultimately, the most reliable source of calamity was chosen. After all, the technology inside is 100 years behind the present. Young comrade, then please confirm your option. The world has been chosen. The main questline Source of Calamity has been generated. Please choose one of the 2 options. Mission 1, Turn the Tide. Help the Star Federation. Defeat the source of evil at the center. All invaded the center. The reward for removing the Mecha Beast from the outbound mission is unknown. Task 2. Eliminate the weeds with thunderous means. thoroughly from the root. Clear away the source of evil that lurks at the center of the circle. Core mission rewards unknown. Upon hearing that we could fight the Japanese General Thunder immediately shouted excitedly, "Mission, not only to make up for past regrets, it also ensures that in the future, there will never be another future of invasion." After assembling the two strongest teams representing the Dragon Standing heavy armored composite ridge, you pass through a portal that is hundreds of meters high. We arrived at the edge of a sparse grove of trees. Good boy. This is even more exciting than the news and movies. At the same time, the observation room in the main world, hearing Thunder's clear report. A tremendous cheer erupted as the general reported. Based on drone survey and comparison, we are about 30 kilometers away from Panshi town. Upon hearing this, Lei Ting's eyes the Battle of Rock instantly came to mind. Doesn't that mean that old guy's special? The Mecha Beast team is almost here. Then, you immediately instruct the swarm drone attack system. Prepare to execute divine justice. Good solution. The target, the Big Tongue Commando, was required to act within 3 seconds from the planet. Wipe them clean from this world. Soon, the main world command center's large screen. More than 180 red dots representing the Quisher Commando. They all went out at the same time. Just as Li Yunlong led all his troops towards the Quantum Legion of the Divine Dragon Army. When the general offensive was launched, you descended from the heavens with 2 legions of divine soldiers. Even if you are in a formation, Old Li, I always felt this is related to yesterday's Quisher Commando team. The complete annihilation is inextricably linked to this. There must be one. A force we don't know is helping us. Who cares who it is? As long as it helps us kill chickens, that's my biological father. I just don't know. When will my biological father appear again? Just then, a communications soldier rushed in a panic. Commander Li, political someone outside wants you to come over. They said they helped us fight off our allies who had gotten thinner yesterday. After learning that Commander Wei would also be arriving, Commander Li rushed to the agreed location. The two are meeting for the first time. Let me introduce myself. My name is Zhao. This is General Thunder. We come from Rongguo, a place you can't understand yet. Con artists. The word popped into Li Yunlong's mind subconsciously. But looking at the cold steel stove in front of me, he swallowed his words back. What kind of con artist has such a large entourage? Does Your Excellency mean that you are not affiliated with the Federation? It is not a state. At this moment, General Thunder spoke up. We come from the Dragon Kingdom. There is only one purpose for coming here. Assist you as quickly as possible. The most thorough way. All that corrupts your land. Even hands. Completely clear. The plane. However, we need your full cooperation. Follow orders. We will establish a joint command. Military operations led by us. Your original organizational structure, however, remains unchanged. Operational orders must be strictly followed. Li Yunlong's eyes darted around. Follow their orders. Then I won't become a grandson. But upon further reflection, with such awesome equipment, with such fierce firepower, being a grandson doesn't seem like a bad deal after that. Lin Brothers and General Lei. The physical cleanup you mentioned. Could you demonstrate it to me first? General Thunder then issued the battle order. The first wave of fire is expected to begin in 15 minutes. The objective is to eliminate all high-value items within Dragon City. Military targets and manpower concentration points. Hearing this, Li Yunlong opened his mouth. I want to say something, but he found himself speechless. Clear Dragon City in 15 minutes. Is he talking in his sleep or putting on a grand opera? Let me give you two a live broadcast about what from the future means. The fury of Ray installing aluminum. It was said that 5 minutes later, satellite images over Long Bay, a red trail appeared. Then came a deafening roar. Now, the first biological flight group of the Source of Calamity consortium. It should become a sea of fire. This is their arms depot. Not even a trace was left. This is even though they are under the command of the headquarters. Command post of El Gudong. Li Yunlong swallowed hard. How many cannons would it take to produce that sound? Commander Li did not run. If I had to put it into words, it could be understood as an exceptionally good thing. A rocket that can find its own way. The range is only a few hundred to 1,000 kilometers. The error should not exceed the size of one desk. At this moment, the two finally understood. The sentence you said, what does it mean to be clear from a physical perspective? Alright, the two dramas have come to an end. Commander Li should go to Longpeng to claim the fruits of victory. Upon hearing this, Li Yunlong suddenly came to his senses. We're rich. Then the troops assembled and charged towards Dragon City. Meanwhile, you began to execute other plans. With the spread and deployment over the past few days on this planet, a satellite network covering the entire sky has been initially established, destroying the entire territory of the Star Continent. Behind the stronghold of the Source of Calamity, you set your sights on the enemy's stronghold. First, they dispatched the Shenlong Skyfighter, slay all the auxiliary interceptors who dared to take to the sky. Then Dongfeng Express was destroyed. Biological warships symbolizing the rule of the deep sea. Finally, Miss Kia was used to completely destroy, symbolizing the ruler of the calamity-ridden land. Core awareness enhancement main quest root cause. Purification task status completed. Completion rate 512%. Exceeded the target. Currently based on task completion. Final reward settlement. Please choose two rewards from the following 5 options. However, looking at the 5 beams of spiritual light that were generated,